Hey guys, Papier is back with another video, and today I want to talk about the talent does not exist, and that's a kind of a funny topic I read in a book called I forgot how the book is called, guys. Oh no, I just showed you it last time. But yeah, it became very clear to me that talent does not exist, guys. Because I think some people, they might be in the beginning, show some, yeah, they might be improve a little bit faster in the beginning, and they might, yeah, do better than other people in something. So I think that's usually when you are small. You know that, for example, certain people, they can draw very well at a young age and something like this. Or whatever their talent might be. Somebody may maybe can play football really well, but yeah, the more I think about it, also the more I read about it, the more I get to know that yeah, talent does not exist, guys. And everything is just I think the only thing that's really that really could be talent is just yeah, physical properties like your height or something like that, guys. That somebody is tall, so he has a talent for basketball just because he is tall, and yeah. That's the only talent or slash advantage that you can have, I feel, guys. Because I think in that book it was all, yeah, he was saying so many examples. Sometimes you feel even like super young children, like Asian kids, and they're amazing at the instrument they play. But yeah, what you don't see, guys, is the amount of effort they did, and also what kind of practice they did to yeah, learn this kind of skill. And I think some people may learn faster in the beginning, but in the end, the most talented people, they all they all put like yeah, at least a decade of practice in it. And also, a lot of times you will find people that that are very very talented football players when they were young, but as soon as they yeah, reach the age where they where they need to shine, and suddenly you don't hear about these prodigies anymore, guys. So it's yeah, it's quite funny. It's like yeah, talent does not exist. The only thing that exists is just hard work and discipline, and also, yeah, find a kind of smart way to practice. And that book, the book is called Peak. Now I remember, and yeah, it's talking a lot about deliberate practice, because a lot of people, they practice naively. That's also why they stay average, because they practice naively. They just keep doing, but they are not really focusing on how yeah, how optimal they can improve. And yeah, a step beyond naive practice is purposeful practice, and then you really drive yourself to a state which is not really comfortable, but you're, yeah, working on the edge of your yeah, you're kind of working on the edge of what you can do. So, for example, if you play an instrument, I think a lot of the things that you can do is also like try to, yeah, try to play what I usually do. I think I also don't know if my practice is like purposeful or deliberate, but what I usually try to do is at least give myself a challenge towards playing a piece that's yeah, that's quite hard and not too hard. So just every time give myself a challenge, and then yeah, also play where it's kind of uncomfortable. I think for me it's also kind of natural to do that, because I think it's also because I'm working out, and if you are working out, you always know that the best way to grow is by just trying to trying to add some weight until it's like quite hard. At least you have put a lot of effort to press the weight, guys. It's like progressive overload. So I always try. I think most of the time with my fitness goals, I'm like a lot of times I'm stuck at the weight. For example, when I do my bench press, usually I start at like 80 kilos, and then sometimes sometimes I put to 90 or to 100. But I think slowly, because I remember 1 year ago when I started, I had to start with 60 kilos or something like that. So it's I also want to really always make it hard for myself. Yeah, so that's a kind of progressive overload principle also. So I just take that principle to other kind of practice too. Like for example, when I practice the trumpet, and then I want to find a piece that I make a lot of mistakes in, and not a piece that I can play perfectly, and then just play it to play. Yeah, just practicing it for the sake of practicing, and sometimes but I know I can make it myself even more uncomfortable, and then find some exercises which are less fun. I think usually this kind of deliberate practice, if you really want to call that, and see how you really optimize your improvement. Sometimes it also takes a little bit of the fun away, but I also find it like in playing League of Legends, you know. But sometimes I also feel like it's not really chill. Like for example, if you play League of Legends and you really want to improve your CS, and then you start with the practice tool. At least that's how some people do it, you know, and then they really want to get all CS in the practice tool first, something like that, guys. So really optimize all the small details of the game. And for people like me, when I play League of Legends, I just go into ranked immediately. I almost never use this practice tool unless I have a new champion or something like that, and I want to see how I can best do the jungle clear or something like that, guys. Or I don't know. But yeah. But I think that's something I got out of this book a lot, guys. That talent does not exist. And another thing is that it's maybe not so clear if you want to be the best of the best in the world, and you really want to get a gold medal and stuff. I think that's always hard. But I think for a lot of the things, as like even for physical improvement, there's also what I told you before, guys, that it doesn't really matter how old you are. Like there are like 80-year-old marathon runners who can run faster than the 20 and 30 years old, just because they keep on doing what they're doing. And you also see like I think you see that a lot in the world. Like people, I think of I think the decline of physical prowess with old age, it goes a little bit down, but it's not as much as people might think. And a lot of times, when people really stop improving, or when people really start falling off the cliff, I think that doesn't really happen when you just keep on being motivated and keep on doing your practice, guys. So Yeah, I think that's also what I noticed in the gym a little bit. I'm 40, but for me, my girlfriend always tell me 40s are the new 20s, guys. So I think that's for me. I also want to see it like that now because I just want to see myself as like a level 40 instead of 40 years old, guys. Or something like a 20-year-old with a lot of experience. And maybe it might not be the case, but I think for a lot of the times it is the case, guys. Because yeah, as long as your mindset is young and you just keep doing that, you know you stay young. I also know, like, for example, I did Gemmikan Nimpo, yeah, a long time ago, and it's a martial arts. It's very complex because it's also with the sword and stick and all these kind of things. That's from the old ninjas. And the guy who is the best is just is a grandmaster who's I think he's already 70 years old or something like that. And I think he's even older. I think he used to be sick. He used to be 60 back then, and that's already like 20 years ago. So maybe he's 80. I don't know how old he is, guys. But anyway, he's the best. So yeah, I feel like it's in some kind of things, as long as you keep improving, then yeah, at some point nobody can beat you. And also these people, a lot of times they have nothing to prove, and I think maybe it's not so realistic. And maybe if you make it really competitive and get a lot of money involved in the thing, then yeah, gradually somebody who is younger will will maybe get in the 30s or 40s will maybe get that money or something like that, because maybe at old age you do your physical prowess does decline a little bit. But I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm really not convinced by these things, because I've seen a lot of things where just continuous growth, yeah, can be, especially in martial arts. You see this like really old masters, and they are much better than the young guys at this art. So and also I think they make what what they lack physically, maybe they make up by it mentally and spiritually. And I feel also like this, guys. I feel like also I can become, yeah, maybe I'm not going to be, because the thing is, I really love Gemmikan Nimpo, but the dojo closed. So if I want to continue to train in the Gemmikan, then I had to had to go to Belgium to train or something like that, and I didn't want to. So then I just decided to train in Jiu-Jitsu, and after that I just decided to train Capoeira. But I feel like the same goes for Capoeira. I think there's also a lot of these Capoeira masters, they are really old, but they are the best. So I think my Capoeira professor is also 40, and he can do crazy backflips and all this kind of Capoeira tricks, and it's the best I've ever seen. So yeah, maybe when he's 80 he cannot do it anymore, I don't know, guys. But he always say, yeah, like when he's 80 he still wants to do flips and things like that. So yeah, I have to see. But yeah, the thing is, talent does not exist, guys. So the way he got good is also just by practicing a lot. And I also know this because before he also told a story that he just trained capoeira everywhere in the country. So he just traveled the country so that every day he can stay focused on this capoeira training. And of course, it's like this kind of way, you will improve faster. And yeah, that's just how they get good. So practice is king, guys, and especially deliberate practice is king. So if you want to become a superhuman, you have to study deliberate practice in whatever you want to get good at. So yeah, that's just a point I got. Sometimes you read a full book and you're like, oh my god, I want to get all the knowledge, but there's just like a little principle that you got from it. that stays in your head. And I think that's that, guys. So see you in the next